What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And in this video, we're going to be talking about none other than the man Hero. The man, the myth, the legend. That is right. Now, this is not the hero that, is supposedly the talk of the town. Or it's not the talk of the town. I'm exaggerating on that one. But the origin hero that's going to be coming out pretty soon from Mattel because of I don't know exactly why they're doing it, but they're releasing this hero figure that didn't come out back in the day. It was supposed to be released way back in the day, but it didn't. And so now they're releasing an Origins version of this character Hero. And he was supposed to have a lot more storyline, not more play, a lot more, lore for us to understand and know more about him as of right now. But a lot of us never knew about this guy and didn't know about him until we saw this Masters of the Universe Revelation. So let's get into finding out more about Hero. Okay, so there are two different heroes. There's this guy, and the other one is the son of He-Man, that He-Man named Hero, right? Hero number 2, right? So there's that. So let's get that out the way. There are two of them. This is the first one. Okay. Now, what Mattel was trying to do, they planned on, let's see, Heroes was planned to be a new character introduction, and he was supposed to be the centerpiece of the Powers of Grayskull. It was supposed to be like a spin-off line of Mattel's Masters of the Universe toy line, and this is of course in 1987. So the Powers of Grayskull was supposed to be set in Preternia, or excuse me, Eternia's prehistoric past. Yeah, called Preternia. Yeah. So this was supposed to be revealing the secrets about the source of He-Man's power, and it was going to follow the adventures of Hero, and he was supposed to be a young, powerful wizard who lived at that time. So they were going to release a toy line for this guy, and he was literally supposed to just be the most powerful wizard in the world. And at some point in time, he did wield the sword of power. But him and a guy named Eldor, they decided to put it away, hide it until the true successor of it is going to be able to handle it. And the first person that had it the person that had it before Hero was actually his dad, King Grayskull. Now, here's where it gets confusing. Here's where it gets kind of crazy because in the 2002 version of Masters of the Universe, which was a cool series, I enjoyed that series a lot. They showed us a white King Grayskull, but in the new 2021 Masters of the Universe Revelation, they showed us a black King Grayskull. King Grayskull. Now, King Grayskull. Let me see. In 2013 is when they actually showed or gave Hero his own little storyline type deal going on about him being the powerful sorceress or whatever, or sorcerer, excuse me, right? And then they showed that he was, or revealed that he was the son of King Grayskull. This is kind of weird. Okay, again, 2002, they showed that King Grayskull was white, and I'm glad it kind of changed it. And have you watched my videos before, you have heard me say I do not care for ethnic swapping just for the sake of ethnic swapping. However, this one I like because there were too many white dudes running around, white dudes with blonde hair running around, and it's like, dude, how many of these folks look like He-Man, and why do they all have to look like Prince Adam? They don't have to. So I like how Hero, it looks different, but he is actually an ancestor of Prince Adam, which is cool, but not directly related. And here's what I'm talking about here. So they ethnic swapped the guy in 2013, and so now you have King Grayskull being a black dude. So he's been that way long before we even saw the series in 2021. So you want to say, oh, they went woke in the show? No, he was actually this way already in 2013. Matter of fact, him and He-Man and Hero actually met because He-Man went back in time to do some stuff, and it was some other, time traveling thing going on. But anyway, Hero was found out to be the son of King Grayskull. So this black dude, and I don't know, he already had a son. His son is named D Air. And it's weird too because Masters of the Universe has always had this weird naming convention. His name was D Air Little Gray, and Hero, or his name was Ro, honestly. He started off as the name Ro Little Gray. So Gray Skull, Little Gray, that's kind of how it worked. But he had to have been adopted because I don't even know what his mother, what Vina looks like. But since the son, Dier, is a dark skinned dude, I would have to say he was adopted. So there you have it. Ro had to have been adopted. And so he took on his name, and there you have it. And there's not much story about D Air, his older brother, but anyway. So there you have it with King Grayskull being his, I guess, adopted father. He just has no choice but to be, in my eyes, right? Unless you want to go the route of how people were going with the defending the family dynamic in that Fant Four Stick movie, saying, "Oh, you can have a black and white sibling. It can happen." Like that one in a million chance where your brother's gonna turn out black or dark skin and your sister turn out lighter skin. Okay, chill out with that, right? And let's not do that with the first family of Marvel. Okay, you're trying to, let's not even get into Fan Four Stick. But in this series, which I actually like the series, and I understand why people have gripes about the series because of the dishonesty. Honestly, it was because Kevin Smith lied to us, and other powers that be lied to us, saying that He Man was not going to be playing second fiddle in his own show, saying that He Man was not going to be sidelined or nerfed in his own show. And that's exactly what happened in the first two seasons. Literally, that's what happened. They followed Tila in her adventures while He Man was out of the picture. Prince Adam was there, and at some point in time, he had died. Literally died. They killed him off. So, of course, folks were upset about that because he said, "No, He Man, it's still his show." Like, dude, just be honest. All you had to do was say, "We are going to flesh out some more characters that don't typically get enough play. We are trying to build this universe." And I love this. I love collecting um certain things that have a history or the lore that's building. I am not that much of a Masters of the Universe collector, right? And I got some of the origin figures. I got when Walmart came out with them some time ago. I got He-Man, I got Skeletor, and of course I have Man at Arms, and I have him in the cartoon version that they just recently came out with. I have him in a case, so that's cool. But I don't really collect them that much. And I collect more of these than anything because two things. One, when I collect these, it's reminiscent, it's nostalgia. It's nostalgia from when I was a kid. I enjoyed Masters of the Universe. I even had the Castle of Grayskull. I don't know what happened to it. If I have a chance to get it, again, I would get it for a reasonable price. And it would just be like, nostalgia collection. But this right here is more of an adult collection. So it's two things. It's pleasing my inner kid that I have this, and also it's pleasing the adult collector because the kid is looking at this going, back in the day, we wish we had articulation. It's looking like I'm going to pull out one character here. I'm going to look at this is actually the old school Bebop, the one that I had when I was a kid. So they came out, right? Let's see the articulation. This is somewhat of what we had, right? Not quite, but you get it, right? The legs kind of bent already, not really doing too much. All you can do is do that right there. So that's what we had as a kid, and we wanted more articulation. Well, here we are with new figures, different sizes, and have more articulation. We can do a lot more with this stuff. So it serves those two purposes. So I appreciate that. So all he had to do was say, we're going to flesh out these characters, and we're going to start off with Tila because we are going somewhere with Tila. If you watch the show, Tila is she evolves into something different, her rightful place, which is amazing. And I like that. And then that's all you have to do is say that and say, you know what, in the second season, just be upfront. In the second season, just to be honest with you, we're going to flesh out somebody else, another person that we believe has not had her story told, and it's going to be Eva Lynn. I would have like, yo, okay, Eva Lynn, okay, I'm kind of interested to see what you want to tell me about Eva Lynn. And you found out how she was, she wasn't always evil. She just, just fell on hard times. Also found out that her and Skeletor were getting it on every now and again. Stuff like that, and just pretty cool stuff for Evil Lynn. I really like the second season. And then the third season, of course, we got He-Man and so forth and so on, blah, 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 blah. Really cool stuff. But that's all you had to do was be honest about this. Now, I'm gonna break this guy open, and then I'm also gonna show you my Masters of the Universe or my Masterverse collection as it is right now with this particular line. And so let's open this thing up and have some fun. All right, so I've taken him out of the packaging, but I do want to show you the packaging. You've seen this before, but I'm just gonna show you mine. And I don't care for this kind of packaging, even though they have their own specific style, which is fine. I don't care for this whole little roof, slanted roof they have going on. Why? Because you can't stack them. You cannot stack these at all, man. And if you try to do that, it's just going to be taking up space. It's going to be falling all over the place. It's not going to really work out too well for you. And I don't care for that. I don't like it at all. So, but they have their own way of doing it. Mattel is doing their thing. This is also a 40th. I'm not sure when this thing came out. I got this from Amazon for a nice low price. Once I saw that he was there, I said, "Oh, let me go ahead and grab him because I definitely don't care for the Origin series that is coming from Master. Coming from the Club Grayskull." But anyway, take a look at this packaging. This packaging is beautiful. I like this artwork. It's kind of hard to get rid of this, but it's also kind of hard to keep it too, because like I want to cut this out, but I don't know, man. And then they got the little side art too. That's really nice. I like that. They were thoughtful with this, and that's really cool. And then at the bottom it shows you some other ones. I actually have Sunman too. I'm going to review him next or soon. I have Jitsu or Jitsu, whatever. I don't care for all of that. I don't need to have all this extra stuff. But this is like an older He-Man, which is kind of cool. But I don't need to have that many He-Man figures. So, but let's just read the back of it, and it says here, armed with the magical sword of He, which again, naming conventions, man. He. Matter of fact, he even has some kids, because again, descendant of He-Man. So obviously, he had a granddaughter called He-Ra. Yes. Another thing about Masters of the Universe is its story is so rich. They have so much going on in their universe. So much story. I mean, just power struggle, all that stuff. It's like, dude, this is it's really something that can stand the test of times, and you see why it stand the test of times. It has so much story and it's building so well. And with Mattel, coming back with, I mean, with DC, you pretty much have the opportunity of. Well, I'll get into that in a minute. So anyway, armed with the magical sword of He and cosmic armor for the Temple of Power, Hero protected Eternia, wow, both the Snake Men and the Horde Empire. This ancestor of He-Man fought alongside the other heroes in the ultimate battleground and sacrificed himself to save King Grayskull. Yes, but King Grayskull died anyway, so it wasn't much of a sacrifice. Okay, so here we are with the figure. Go ahead and take him right there. And as I was saying, they have a great opportunity to have DC and Masters of the Universe come back. They already did those packs. So you're looking to see what they're going to do next because you see the articulation that you have here. You see what we're dealing with. This is honestly, I think, the best they have going on right now. That's like the most appealing that they have. And then you have the different hands, right? You got the regular hand here. You got the fist hand, but he only has one fist hand. It really just came with only two sets of hands and this accessory here, which is fine because the Masters of the Universe don't really come with that many unless it's like a deluxe figure or something, right? But this is fine. And like I said, I got it for a low price. It was like 11, $17, $16, something like that. You can do the same thing in Walmart or Amazon, either one. And Sunman was even lower than that. Sunman was like $10. Get them while you can, honestly, seriously. So this is pretty cool here, and like I said, back in the day they had Superman and He-Man in the 2-pack. Mattel might release that again. They might release that, and then they might do something different. I hope they do more because again, you don't want to compare the wrestling figures and say, "Oh, look at what Mattel can do," in the positive. You want a little bit more than that. So let's take a look at Hero first off in his glory. All right, so he looks pretty cool, right? He's got the brunette hair, obviously, so he's not from directly from the I can't even say that he came before He-Man, so whatever. Scratch that point I was trying to make. But yeah, you see the nice brunette hair. And of course, everybody in Eternia, Preternia, wherever, they look like they work out. Everybody does, man. Old school. That old school with Origin Prince Adam I got. Yeah, I did that one, but that was like the cartoon versions because Again, I wanted Cringer, the the uh the original state of Cringer before he turns to Battle Cat. So this armor does come off. I don't know. Let me see. Let's go ahead and just play around with this a bit. And one thing that is also great, this soft good cape. Mattel is doing great with the soft good cape. So when they come out with DC figures, this is what you have to expect. Superman having a cape like this. Hopefully they of course put the S on the cape. But this is it. Soft good capes. They do that, you know. So that's cool about that. Got the gauntlets here. That's nice. Man, it's showing up pretty nice here. The colors of him is look really cool, man. I like the color scheme. Of course, I would not wear anything like this. This is what they did back then, or this. I don't know. It's just it's a weird, barbaric, but sci-fi, futuristic. Because they're flying around on stuff, magical type deal, and they're just walking around with briefs. This man's got this protective trunk on, so it's steadily protected there, and these big heavy boots, which are shin guards too, and yo, this guy is armored down, right? Pretty nice though. I like color scheme. But all right, let's take a look at the articulation as well while we're doing that. Look, nice articulation. Look at that. Thigh swivel. Been messing with that the entire time. You got the ankle swivel. Look at that. So he can't kick his own butt, but his leg comes way up here to where he can kick his lower back. That's wild. So that's some good flexibility there. You can't go to, well, wait a minute. Okay, then, hero. Got some good flexibility in the groin area. That's all right. But can you go for? Nope. That's where you can't because that thing right there is stopping you. You can't go too far to the front or to the back. Mm-mm. Well, let's just get a closer look at this head sculpt here. That's a pretty good head sculpt, man. That's a pretty good likeness for this guy. I mean, you got to look at the comic book. I mean, people draw things, characters differently, so I don't know, but that comic book showed up in, let's see, like I said, 2013, and then the Masters of the Universe Revelation that showed up in 2021, the book and the show. So let's see if we just take this thing off and see what he's got underneath this thing. And okay, hold on, hold up. How are we gonna get that over your head, sir? I'm not popping your head off just to take this off. Nah, we good. We gonna yeah, we gonna stay like that. And you can see there it is. That's all we needed to see. See that? That's it. That's all he got underneath. Not that impressive. So we're gonna keep that H there for he because he had the sword, which is the power of he. Man, I'm talking about now. It's even a slang term for us now, saying, "Man, he was him. He's him." Like, okay, so there you have it. I guess He Man inspired this. I don't know where it came from to call say no, he was him. No, you don't want to play that dude. He him. See that? But nice looking figure, man. Seriously, I don't put these in many action poses, man. But this is what I'm interested in. I want someone to show me some action poses for these Masterverse figures. Show me that this stuff can look good in an action pose. I don't know what to do right now. I really don't. I am just at a fish out of water, as they say, with trying to pose these things in a cool, you know, pose. Plus, he's a sorcerer. He's not much of a fighter, but I mean, he had to fight at some point in time. I don't know what kind of skills he really got, but he has achieved to become the most powerful sorcerer in the universe. I'd like to see if he ever turned evil, or him and Sorceress have a battle, or Tila now the new Sorceress have a battle. I don't know. Or him and Skeletor, because he's got his fist. So I'll put the fist on. I might as well, man. Don't since you having two item holding hands, unless I know I can put a sword in your hand. I know I can do that. Yep, I know exactly where I can get the sword from too. From that Prince Adam in the origins or what have you. All right, so here we go. Here's this is a cool thing to look at because it does articulate. This opens. Wow. There you go. This opens here, And it reveals this little emerald here. And there you have it. That's pretty nice. Let's go and put that in his hand. It's a thick wand. One thing about these Mattel Masterverse, man, they come in big. They come in big, boy. But here he is. Probably gonna hold it up like this. He doesn't have an extra head, which I wish he had. Maybe something to show that he had like some type of determined. I guess you could think that's a determined look on his face, but it's just kind of neutral. And then there he is, just holding it up like he's. I can't even see it on camera. Come on now. Let me fix that up. Fix that for you. I want to do all of that. Hold on, let me fix this. This is crazy. Yeah. All right. Let's just do it this way. Now hold aloft my sword and or my staff, and okay, so it's not that long to where he can hold it down like that, but he's just gonna hold it. Now, come on, man. I wish I could do. All right, let's just point it at you. There you go. Point it at you just a little bit. Just tilt it forward. And there you have it. That's a serious wand. That is a serious wand right there. I don't know. Whew, I would like to see him in action, really, because in the show, when they showed up, matter of fact, he showed up in the series. If you're looking for him specifically, the specific episode is the Forge at the Forest of Forever. That episode there. And that's a pretty cool episode. I mean, it's okay. It's not like, a whole lot of stuff going on, but it's cool to see him, King Grayskull, have these folks talking to each other, learning about uh the afterlife and the reward that these folks are supposed to have when they meet their untimely demise. Pretty cool stuff. But yeah, this is a cool looking figure. I like him. Matter of fact, he looks really good in this background. This background is actually from the Batman animated series, but he looks really good right here. But honestly, this is nice. I figured I'd go ahead and get this because, as I said, I am not really interested in the origin figure that the Club Grayskull is coming out with. And by the way, that Club Grayskull is let me tell you just a little bit about that. If you have not done any research about that, it is $10 a year. Now, that right there already piqued my interest because it's $10 a year, not $10 a month. $10 for the whole year. It's not like Hasbro Pulse where you're paying that, what, $50 or something like that. I'm not for sure how often you have to pay that, but it's, you know, still $10 a whole year. And as a Club Grayskull member, you own awesome member. You can get, excuse me, you get to own awesome members only items. You get first access to select public sales. Yeah, you get to go inside the castle walls with them and have your say in members only polls. That's pretty cool. But this is only for Club Grayskull. I'm not sure what else they're gonna do as far as the other part of Mattel, with the DC stuff. Now I am excited. I am excited about Masters of the Universe crossing over with Thundercats. That's going to be cool because I have not Nam Thundercat like new Thundercat figure. I almost got Jaga yesterday for $20 or $25. And I'm like, ooh, it's a Super 7 Jaga too. I was like, ooh. And I almost got Panthro for 25. And I'm like, it's kind of hard for me to just get Jaga and Panthro. If I would get one, I'd probably just get Panthro, but I can't do it like that. But this crossover line, though, I'm thinking I'm getting everybody. I'm getting He-Man and Lionel, of course, crossed over. I'm getting everybody. Tigra, Chitara, all of them. It's going to look really cool, man. Panthro as the man at arms, perfect. Honestly, seriously. So there, I'm looking forward to seeing what this membership, this Club Grayskull thing is going to do. And $10 just to try it out. I mean, you really can't beat that. So I mean, why not? And I guess it's since it's Masters of the Universe, and since I'm interested in that line of crossing over with Thundercats, it seems like a win-win situation. But anyway, let me just show you my other Master line or Masterverse figures, and then we'll go ahead and call this. All right, so as you can see, I have Skeletor, like advanced. I forget exactly which one that is. And of course, you've seen this guy. He's new, and there is his head. I can just put that somewhere else. And as of right now, this is where I'm displaying them. I will do something better with them, but right now it's just where they are lined up. But of course, you got uh, what Candor. Skeletor before he became Skeletor. Then you got Skeletor there. You got, of course, Evelyn as the Boo thing, not the new Evelyn, who is not the Boo thing of Skeletor anymore. Prince Adam, I'm going to take that sword away from you and give it to good old Hero over here. Put him in his hand. I'll have you stand there for a second. Of course, you got Teela. You got her mom, Sorceress. You got her adopted dad, Duncan. And then you got the um Outcast Duncan. That was cool. Then you got the elevated storyline version of Teela where she becomes the sorceress. You got good old King Grayskull over there in his glory, all melanated and such. Jitsu. You got Andra, the new man at arms, and Beastman, which I got from a place called Dirt Cheap for low price, deluxe figure. And I was not going to pay that much for He-Man or Beastman anyway. So that was cool. And I got some other stuff here that's just sitting here. But as of right now, this is where I got my Master of the Universe and so forth. Now, of course, I am into the crossover line with the Turtles, right? So got Duncan, Donatello, and Leo. I did not get Raph and Mikey, but of course I got Splinter back there, who is kind of hiding out right there. There he is. You see him right there in between Donnie. Uh-huh. Yeah. So I got that going on. And of course, you've got April Teela, or April Sorceress, excuse me, right there above Duncan. So yeah, I'm invested. And I've got Stealth Leo. Where is he at? Where's Stealth Leo? I got Stealth Leo. Here he is. I don't know if I'm going to open him or not, but there he is. Got Stealth Leo, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm interested in the crossover stuff. The crossover is really are really intriguing me, especially with Thundercats, because we always wanted He-Man and Thundercats to cross over in an animated form. So here we are in figure form, in action figure form. We're going to have He-Man, the Masters of the Universe line, and the Thundercats line crossing over, and we're going to have pretty much the time of our lives because it's such a thing that we've been wanting ever since we were kids, and I'm so happy about that. But look at that, soft goods on that lovely soft good cape there for soft goods on Skeletor, soft goods on King Grayskull. That thing is massive right there. Soft goods on Andra. You can find Andra so much, man. I mean, you can find her in droves in places, but don't pay full price. Don't do that. Go to Ollie's and get yourself an Andra for a low price. And then you got that list. Soft goods on Outcast Duncan, Banished Duncan. But anyway, that's the end of the video right there, man. I'm happy to have this. And Sunman is next. I'm going to definitely have to adjust this so I can put them on a better platform and have them pose just maybe just a little differently. I don't know. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. Have fun collecting because collecting is fun. I'm out of here. Later days.